we're off to the beginning of the 2022 growing season. Been pretty fast and furious with the pruning and relatively dry. What have you seen so far?
Yeah, that's right. At the start of the year, we definitely had more cover crop, more growth this year than where we were last year. And so we were able to start mowing and groundwork a lot earlier.
Yeah, the winter has been really dry for sure.
Yes, definitely.
It's been nice for pruning weather, but we definitely could use a little bit more rain.
I know after that big downpour in October, that's
pretty much all we've had.
That's right.
Yeah, I had a little bit maybe in December and January, but not much.
Yep.
And frost season's shaping up to be a little bit more intense, I think, too. Fortunately, we have adequate water in a lot of these reservoirs for protection.
Right.
But
yes.
the season is underway, and it's looking like it could be a challenging one.
All right, so our March was pretty warm this year. We had a couple nice rains towards the end of March. We saw bud break in Cabernet start near the end of March, and that went through early April. Pretty much on time, pretty much normal. Once we got into April, April was pretty interesting. Not only did we have some rain, but it was also warm, and we had really nice growth thanks in part to our good rain that we had last winter. We had full soil profiles, so things grew really nicely, nice canopies out there. Moving into May and bloom, that was pretty challenging. We had some real warm days. We had 5 or 6 days over 90 degrees. We also had several frost events, which kept us on our toes. Sort of that uncertainty led to a challenging bloom weather, and our set didn't really look that great on some of our vineyards. So that's going to make our yields probably look about average or maybe just under average. Moving into June, just really nice weather, nice ripening weather. We're seeing veraison here. The ranch right now is probably about 75% through veraison, and you know, things look just fantastic. Canopies look nice, fruit looks great. Assuming everything continues in the trajectory it is right now, we're going to have a fantastic quality this harvest.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kendall Hoxsey. I'm with Yount Mill Vineyards. We're out in the Blockhouse Vineyard today picking Pinot Noir from Napa, so this will be for their sparkling program. Things are looking fantastic. We've had good weather, good ripening weather, and the Pinot Noir is tasting delicious, so we're feeling very optimistic for this harvest.
Here we are in our Valley Cabernet Sauvignon block, one of the few remaining picks here at Pride Mountain Vineyards. Very happy the fruit is looking as good as it is right now, considering all the challenges that 2022 brought. The heat in September really sent us scrambling. Had to make some tough decisions about whether we were going to pick things or let them hang through the heat. Thankfully, up here we were about 15 degrees cooler than what the valley floor was experiencing. So that allowed us to kind of push things a little bit further and employ some cultural practices to eke out a few more weeks of hang time on our fruit. The main thing we were able to do was get some shade, some dappled shade on the clusters by flopping over the canopy on the sun side. That kind of gave us a good stepping off point for the rest of the season as well, because the rains that came, that opened the canopy up a little bit so that there was a little more airflow when water was on the clusters in the rain event that came after. We got about 1 1/3 inches of rain up here. Not as bad as we feared, but thankfully we haven't seen any rot, any botrytis out here. Fruit looks clean. If anything, the rain kind of helped to swell things back up a little bit. One thing we were keeping an eye out for is whether the vines kind of turn back on to vegetative mode with that much water, but everything seemed to be kept in check, and we were really grateful for the vineyard team we had that was able to manage all those occurrences. So really happy with where we're at and looking forward to tasting the wines in 2023.